1 time t equals t r in the interval 0 less than t, less than t, less than 2 when the particle is at rest, not moving, time tr for the intervals. Is the particle moving to the right or to the left? Give a reason for the answer.
Okay, let's go ahead and highlight a few things that are important. The function is very important. When they say t equals t r with the sub value, it means it's at rest. And they give you the interval because it might give graph the whole thing. And we want to know when the particle is at rest, not moving. And we want to know if it's going to the left or the right. So let's kind of recall. If the velocity is positive, what's happening to my particle? If the velocity is positive, particle is going to the right. If the velocity is negative, the particle is going to the where? Left. To the left. So on this one, let's go ahead and, on our Desmos, I want you to type this one in line 1. Exactly the way you see, v of t. If you want to change that to f of x, make sure all the other domains are also changed. I'm recording right now. And let's see where I have it. Here's my graph. And zoom into your graph and let's talk about why there's 2 answers, but why one answer is better. So when you're ready, give me a thumbs up. You have it all typed in. Zoom into it. Okay, y'all notice on here, I gave you the interval must start at 0 and end at what? It says from 0 less than t less than what? 2. So which value do I care about? The first one that crosses the x-axis or the second one? The first one. Go ahead and click on it. And when you click on it, we have 1.42 what? 425 or 426. As long as it's 3 decimal places, it is okay. So I want you to write the following. Okay, write with me on your answer document, by the way. Part A, this is on your answer document. Okay, I see the girl's not paying attention. Good luck to you. Okay, I'm going to acknowledge that v of t is equal to 0 is at rest. Always acknowledge that. And I'm also going to write out the time value that we had approximation. It was 1.42 what? 4256 or just 6. Either way, it doesn't matter. As long as there's at least 3 decimal places, they're not going to take off. Okay, knowing this right here, it's going to give you 1 point on the AP test. So if you feel pretty good on this one, next to part A on your answer document, put 1 tally mark. We should all know how to do this, right? That should be a freebie, okay? And then it says, give the reason. So here's a reason that I'm going to verbalize. Listen carefully as you write. Y'all ready? So our reasoning, we have to state that velocity is positive or negative. Positive. So I'm going to write out, since velocity is positive, the particle is moving to what direction? Right. The particle is moving to the right. And I'm going to give you the interval on here. So I'll say that one more time. Since the velocity is positive, the particle is moving to the right. And we want to also give the interval. 0 less than t less than 1.426. And that was at rest we were talking about that we got on the previous one. So having the whole sentence with the interval is another point. But you must have the sentence. Without the sentence, they will not give you any credit. So if you feel pretty good about, can you take the sentence stem from part A and give the answer, give yourself 2 tallies. Is everyone good on that? Okay? We are ready on part B next. Okay, on part B, Polly, go ahead and read.
Find the acceleration of the particle at t equals 1.5. Show the setup for your calculations. Is the speed of the particle increasing or decreasing at time t equals 1.5? Explain your reasoning.
So speed is increasing or decreasing. Do we remember which flashcard? Flashcard number 6A. And if you're like, I already have it memorized, cool. Let's kind of recall. The speed is increasing when the acceleration and velocity have what? Same sign. It is decreasing when they are what? Opposite. Let's highlight our key points here. They gave us our time. And they want to know when the speed is increasing or decreasing. It is calculated for FRQ 1 and 2, so here's what you're going to do. Y'all ready? You are not going to mess with line 1, okay? So on line 2, you're going to write this on your answer document, by the way. On your answer document, on line 2, you're going to put in v of 1.5, and the next one you might really like. On line 3, if I derive the velocity, isn't that the acceleration? Do I hear a yes anywhere? Okay, so that means v prime is the acceleration. We're going to type that in on Desmos. So leave line 1. We're adding line 2 and line 3. Let's do that together. So we're looking at v of 1.5. And then jot that down on your paper. And I want you to write v of 1.5 is equal to. And then I'm going to go to v prime of 1.5, which is our acceleration. So on your paper, you are going to write out v of 1.5 is equal to, how would I round that, everybody? Negative 0.077. If you want to say 0.76, that's okay too. And then v prime. On the v prime, here's what the AP test wants it. Y'all ready? They want you to write out the following that I'm going to write right here. I'm on part B. So on v of 1.5, yes, they want negative, what was it? 0.077. If you say 76, it's okay. And then not only if they want v prime of 1.5, they want you to acknowledge, yes, I know v prime is acceleration. They want to see that. It's like a bundle deal. And then that was exactly at how many? -1. So our velocity and acceleration are both what? Negative. So here's our answer. Y'all ready? The speed of the particle is what? Oh, is increasing. So I'll say that one more time. The speed of the particle is increasing because the velocity and acceleration, and for velocity, you may write v, acceleration a, are both positive. Can you say both the same sign? Most definitely. But if you're saying positive, you're being more specific. Let's talk about when you can say v and a by itself. So eyes up on the board. The only time you can abbreviate it with one letter is the following. If you have on your AP test acknowledge the v at some point and acknowledge the a at some point, you may use that acronym. Is everyone good on that? Okay? So let's talk about our points. Having our velocity and acceleration both being negative, it's 1 point. And then the phrase that we just talked about is going to be another point. So if you're like, hey, I can get part B up for both of them, give yourself 2 tally.